and we are trying to stand this up as far as we can, but obviously this kind of information is part of the shared story, and I personally am feel it possible to remember some of the people who died in this relationship, even if it's only in a brief way. So we're working on that, and also intelligence. And Buck had a similar case with Nazis captured sent them in, I think it was 2 or 3 days early.
Yeah.
And then they waited there to see what happened, and they would come in the Australian forces to this. Stevenson's family came after the independence in about 2005 or something like that. And they had visited San Jacinto, that was the county of Western, in the regions of the massacre of Tallahassee. And his son, who was a guerrilla fighter, wrote a letter. It took 2 years for the letter to get to Australia, to students in Australia. By this time, he wrote a letter which I'm trying to find to Sydney Morning Herald, and this is one of the first real sort of veteran engagements. And they thought it was left like that. But when the Stevenson family came after the war, they both being people around or whatever. And I thought, why must be a friend of mine, because he's from that scene. And I didn't kill this, because I'm just like, well, this has to happen. But so the son's name is Ulla, which is now dead. But we have a lot of material with him. So this is one of the sporting stories which fit in that relationship. And although I'm not sure it fit this in the movie, it's one of the stories that Australians think.
It's the most amazing one. And in 2006, he's the head of logistics at the base at Tussie's Island. And like I was telling you, and once again called into action as they were getting attacked at the
We filmed a film about the joint operation, the police and army operation in 2008, which really kind of brought to a close the crisis. And he was sent as a leader, one of the team leaders to the west, because he'd been the last commander of the resistance in that area. And I knew him well, so we chatted to him a lot, and we had a lot of stuff. And his way of operating this equality in that party was remarkable. This was the most, he took a step forward and said, Commander, who is the one who's got to be dead? and he said, well, we'll wait and see. and this operation, which was very difficult, very tricky, almost ended up in a firefight. Some of the junior commanders actually disarmed their soldiers. They were that worried about them. They sent them in without weapons. And they managed to persuade, within the 3 months that they had asked for, they came to where we were. The rebels came down and they handed in their weapons. They had a beer for the guys, and we went off to prison. Essentially, sacrifice, which is what it was. They persuaded them in peace without a shot fired. And all these things are sort of connected because, of course, they were also around. To be absolutely blunt, they didn't do a grand job at that moment. But they were there. And Bullard and others, of course, had a good understanding. and this is all part of the process. But, okay, that's it.
It's an important, a huge step forward with the whole crisis for the PTL and FPTL to come together and work together. Had to happen. Like, I mean,
It was a very brave step on one area, and they appealed to the rebels. They didn't seem to threaten them. They just said, look, enough is enough. There's a war of guys here with guns, but they're not going to use them. And they sent the families up to talk to their people. And Bill would pay 10 more for every one.
this morning.
So, yeah, that's,
Have you told that story on video? Did somebody video you or not?
which, what, the one I just,
The one you just told me.
I'm not sure. I have got a lot of stuff. This film and other things. I'm supposed to do an English language version of this film. I've never done one before. So we'll do it at some point. Whether we get round to doing it this before September, I'm not sure, but I will do it. It's an interesting film, and one which I'll get to the idea. We have a lot of stuff.
Will you show that at one of the welcoming ceremonies?
Well, we're going to talk to you. I mean, there are two films that we're doing. We're doing Australian focus one, which will be consulting to the Australian industry. And then we're also doing one for government, for many people. And we'll see to what extent the two.
Anne Barker from ABC. Yeah, I told her. She'll probably be following. And also, I think I sent an email, we have another program next month. And Bill and Rob are helping set up this veterans retreat in Sarmat, which we're about to go through now. And we're going to be doing some activities in Sarmat to get that going, build the first building, and open the ceremony with Ria Lemon and other officials. There'll be about 27 Australian and New Zealand. I think there's 2 or 3 partners, 2 or 3 wives, but the rest are veterans from all conflicts. At least half of them have served in Timor. 2 of them include Martin Dransfield, who's the New Zealand, he's working with FFCTL again. He was the commanding officer of the New Zealand infantry that when their soldier got killed and mutilated in 2000, he was their CO, and their CSM, their warrant officer, he's coming as well. It's the first program where we're doing it at Australia and New Zealand. But we'd love to have you as well if you want to come and do the interviews.
Which time will coming in July?
In June, July. 24 June to 3rd July. We're going to go Malbisi, but stay in Same 3 nights. Suwai, Balaboat.
For sure.
Yeah.
This is the focus of that happens also next Tuesday. Possibly for the future. At the moment, it depends on the system. Administrative relationships don't work often. When one person fails to do this or that, it doesn't work at this box or that box, and so on. It's great.
When you put these videos,
According to Facebook, we get about 4 million people. 4 million. They call it people, but presumably people moments, so they go in the same time, go 7 times, and it doesn't look like that 4 million people at that time. But we have there are different ways of measuring this. But if we just look at the people watching the video, I'll just say the same thing.
do you know
So we
whether
have numerous times our biggest website.
you don't know where those views are from, like school?
Yeah, it is on. And then there's a lot from the UK, a lot from Korea, from Brazil, from Portugal, from Indonesia, from Australia, some as well. So we have, it's essentially, well, it's most of the people, they aim at stuff to apply to all that. The language translation will go all the time. We have checking this on main for language. Hopefully, there's also a lot of so we have quite a number of people who follow the conservative project and so on. English class well, we don't come in. I can do all those languages, but there are not all about college. Some people can both in terms of making it, but also in terms of putting it out. So we have our main focus is extremely important. But the fairly language, English and cooperation themselves, the embassy, the group cooperation with them, some of that, those guys, that's actually true.
Okay, I've got the contact. I'll give you the two curators of the executive.
There's no this is contact. So where was it from? Where was it
Yeah.
education? Which is the communities are fortunate now when they were looking at fiscal shortness. And some of the stories that are gathered by people in the Yadu or these other films are very strong. But they show the feelings of so
But actually have a launch here, maybe the day before the other events, just to add it to the ceremony.
Along the films, something like that. So
Okay.
first party coming out.
I'm doing the program this weekend. Yep. Good.
Well,
Yeah.
you know,
Good.
obviously the social media short pieces have a bit of an audience. But there's much of involvement. It's about the things people remember this or that. And one trying to open up that mood, make it live. Of course, thousands and hundreds of thousands of stories out there. And most of them, just like in any other conflict, they might be shared between veterans, but they're not shared more widely. People don't have the language, they don't have the, they can't bring themselves, they don't understand how to connect with people all around them, even their family.
Oh, well.
They're apart.
Oh, fantastic. Michael.
Hi, John. Nice
From
to meet you.
Australia. Nice to meet you.
Running a program for Australian veterans.
Right.
Which has a remarkable
It's great.
Really good, yeah.
this country, we have a whole country of veterans.
And trauma. Yeah. It's ever
So
present.
when they come here, people understand that they're valued and they respect them. This is something that a lot of these people don't find elsewhere.
It's great. And it's been a real good opportunity for everybody to share stories, for everybody to share their history, and for the younger generations to take time and appreciate.
Yeah.
But really, it's really important for the veterans to be asked the question, the Timorese veterans,
Right.
because most veterans won't volunteer a story or think their story is heroic or important. That to be asked.
Yeah.
And that generally won't happen in a country until a long way in the future.
Right.
So it's good. It's been very helpful for all of us. We're about to go up in the mountains now to start a new project to build a retreat. So veterans from anywhere can come and stay and help with community projects and volunteering, and it's through the community of veterans up in this district of Summit. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're heading up now. We better get out of here. Out of your face. Good luck with the Biennale.
Thank you.
Yeah, great that you've got that. You're getting Max involved in the
Especially from
24th of June. We're going
Chinese people from
26th.
Rubia too. Not many. A few of them. I'm one of the few.
the old one,
Yeah.
the young one.
Denali.
Yeah.
Like a big exhibition that we do every 2-3 years.
Transcript, so I haven't really introduce all the carbon
But based on
oil,
humanity's
also
culture, people really think too much
get
about
some of
it.
the,
I think Singaporeans don't ever become anything of Timor. Even though,
we talked about it perhaps.
so just to share that knowledge, spread awareness.
And there's a guy coming up in Battlefield to Jim
Right.
I'll put this on. So maybe I can request that this long film be a part of the,
Yes.
so that can be a further
And
permission.
the shorter ones, I don't know what the format will do or venue will be, but in my opinion, it should be party.
Yeah.
Because we will provide a number, we will provide, for example, when the Australians arrive and fly and so on, I was there before them. So I filmed the guys coming down from the mountains, and the Australians arrival like this, and then we should be filming.
Not enough of
So now we're trying to find some of the people.
Yeah.
On the other side,
I work for a museum.
Well, good that you've got Darren Hilder, because he was media.
yeah,
And
well,
Chip Hendricks, he's
anybody who was involved, particularly in this particular case from Swire or Ikasa, so both those cases I have teams coming down from the mountains, anything was this for the first time, and it was a Christian, in some cases they're arrested.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Good.
But in those two areas they've got lots of very good teachers.
Right.
And story of the person through half in Mocan, but also in the facade we have the math and the wild and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
you know, these are so many stories that we need to try to touch on. We can't tell them all. But a voice of somebody who said, "Oh, I did this, I thought this, or I met that guy," and that's all.
Okay. I'll connect as many people with the basic information, but also, and then that gives you an avenue to follow up with the different, and them to volunteer as well to get involved.
From the point of view
And I'll
some
put
sort of a map. So, oh, they were here, they were here, they were here.
Yep.
This guy was here, this guy was there. I'm sure they would know it if I was able to ask them. No way.
For sure, yeah. Just a matter of connecting with them.
And then,
there's tens of
what
thousands of
have we
people.
got? Oh, they chatted with this, that. They've got a picture of this one. They've got a photo of that one.
Yeah.
All they need is a couple of them. You can't do the whole lot.